Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Barbara, and today we're going to be talking about the moon in Leo. So the moon sign is really all about how we feel. It's our emotional body. It's what's going on in our subconscious. It's what's going on in the background. And really, when we look at Leo is a sign of this is my show. They're very proud. They're very regal. They might love luxurious things. They are very much about being on a stage. I notice a lot of these natives are usually celebrities or actors and actresses. You might have this lure to be on this world stage sort of idea. If they're not in the world of actors and actresses, they might be different types of roles that involve a stage. You could be a politician, you could be a speaker, you could be a teacher if it's, in your day-to-day lives. You could be someone actually who plays with children, because these natives are very much about the inner child. They very much are connected to that inner child, and a lot of the time they need this outlet for this creativity. So these people might come off childlike, but it's not that they're childish. They're just very in tune with that inner child. They're very loyal and they're very harmless a lot of the time. The thing is with the moon in Leo, if they don't get that dose of attention that they need or require, they might fall into the shadow of maybe being dramatic to get this attention, because they love it. They love the attention. This is really the thing with the moon in Leo. And the thing is, this isn't something to be looked at negatively. A lot of time, you hear attention seekers and so on and so forth. It's just the way that it is with this sign. They love the attention. They love the recognition. So if they're not getting it in their everyday lives, they'll definitely find a way and an outlet to get this for themselves. Really, if they're not on a stage, they'll create a stage for themselves. They love to be in this type of role. They love to be on a stage. They love to be noticed. They love to be acknowledged. They're very much about, they might have flashy things, right? Because again, they even have this energy of being like regal, like, hello, I have arrived. Look at my beautiful items. Look at all these, flashy things that I have. Because really, the moon in Leo is about confidence. It's about being like, I'm a presence. I'm here. I have arrived. A lot of these natives have an abundance of energy, so they're going to be very excited about a lot of things, if not everything. And the thing is, they're very much leaders, and they're a fixed sign, so they're going to be consistent and perseverant. Sometimes if they fall into the shadow, they might be a little bit stubborn because they're a fixed sign, so they're not really going to budge from what their belief systems are. And they're very protective, so if you're in their inner circle, they're going to protect you. They're going to really care for you. They're maybe, if someone says something to you, they're gonna go in your defense to protect you. But if you wrong them, you're basically going to be shunned from this, right? From all of these wonderful attributes that the moon in Leo does bring, because they're a very loving sign. If again you're in their inner circle, they're going to be nurturing. They're going to shower you with attention, and the thing is, they do expect this back. This is how they give and receive love. They want to have this attention. They want to have the intention on them. They want to be recognized. They want to be recognized for their efforts. And a shadow for the moon in Leo could be, if they're not getting the attention that they require, then they might fall into the shadow of being maybe dramatic to get this attention, or doing some sort of different things. I mean, there's like a range of things that you can do to receive attention, but they really need the love and affection. This is a big thing for them. They're also like this in return. The thing is, a lot of the time they are ready to shine. So like I said, they're here. This is their show. They are very much again, they're associated with the sun. Okay. So the sun is all about, this is who I am. I'm here. Like, it's even the solar plexus, right? It's your confidence. It's your willpower. It's who you are as an individual and as a person. And it's just who they are. They're just very confident beings, again, when they're in their divine. And if they're not getting, again, this type of recognition, they might even become overly demanding. And same thing, like if they're not able to lead, they might fall into the shadow of trying to control the outcome, trying to control other individuals. So really, these are some things about the moon in Leo. A lot of the time, they're very interested in drama, dance. They're very creative, okay? So they're going to be very in tune with that inner child. They might come off as childlike, so there's a difference. They're not childish. They might come off as childlike. like. So the thing is, with the moon in Leo, they might enjoy playing with children in the sense of working with children, okay? They might be very connected to this. So I keep seeing like arts and crafts. They love to create, so they love playing with these sorts of things. It actually satisfies their inner child. So you know, it's really interesting to see, because even though they have this like very big personality, okay, the moon in Leo is a very big personality. It's like you'll notice them when they're there. They're going to be dramatic, they're going to be theatrical, they're going to be the life of the party. Okay, this is really the energy with the moon in Leo. It's all about me, okay? Me. And it's interesting because, you know, this is almost like a childlike quality, because children need a lot of attention, and it's endearing in a way when you really do, you know, get into that inner world of a moon in Leo, because it's innocent, if that makes sense. It's very, very innocent in the sense that, you know, they are just here to, they're just so fun, you know, they're fun and they're carefree and they're very loving and they're very creative, and, you know, they're very in tune with this inner child, okay? So also the Leo is a sign of romance. So I was mentioning, they love love. So they love to really be, you know, noticed and loved, and they love romance. They might be, you know, serial daters or constantly on the lookout for a partner if they're not in a relationship. And, you know, they need a partner who is demonstrative, okay? So they need someone who's going to be doing very large gestures for them, okay? So I mean, I keep seeing like I keep getting this visual of like the moon in Leo like would love it if you like bought them a car, you know what I mean, or something like that. They would love it if you bought them a house. Like they love these large gestures. They would love it if you like did like a billboard for them, or like wrote something in the sky for, like, again, it's that recognition. It like really soothes that inner need for recognition. They would love it if you know, took them to like, you know, maybe like a baseball game, and like everybody in the crowd, let's say you're proposing to them, everybody in the crowd knows that you're proposing to them. They love this. They thrive off of this. So if you have someone who is a moon in Leo in your life, you can learn to, you know, take advantage of this and start doing these like huge demonstrative actions, because that's actually going to really, really satisfy that inner need. A shadow side of the moon in Leo could be falling too much into the ego, okay? So maybe being too egotistical, too much pride, too much of, you know, just maybe even fear, anything to do with the ego, okay? So they might be, people who have the moon in Leo might struggle with this, the moon in Leo, right? But the thing is, when you balance it, there's such a carefree sign, you know, it's such a carefree place to have your moon sign. It's just light, it's fun, it's very chill, okay? Let me see, what else do I have here? So the thing is, they have this innate sense of dignity. So that's the thing. They're very, again, regal, okay? They're like, I know who I am. This is who I am, and like they expect everyone to treat them that way. And really what happens is they do get treated that way, okay? And it's not like they're stuck up. There's such a fine line. Like they just like know who they are, and like they're here for the show, and you know, they'll put on a show. Anywhere they go, they'll put on a show. Like let's say you walk into a room and like someone comes in and they're screaming, very likely it's going to be the moon in Leo, because the moon in Leo wants to be noticed and they'll do the most, okay? This is really, really what the moon in Leo is all about. So they feel more energized when things are spontaneous, okay? So when they can be spontaneous, when they can kind of like live on the edge, when they can do adventurous things, okay? They are very, very excited about this. They love, you know, again, anything to do with like creativity and travel, okay? This is another big one for them. They love maybe meeting new people. But again, you'll know when you meet a moon in Leo, they're gonna be theatrical, okay? They're gonna be very, very theatrical. They're gonna have a big personality. They're gonna be very funny, maybe even. So, you know, these natives are very, very, they're fun, okay? The card that I keep kind of seeing is like the Fool card, okay? Kind of like the Joker is really also what they are. So let me see, what else do I have here in my notes? So again, for them, the day is going to be more colorful if they have a creative outlet. So if you have your moon in Leo, it would be really good for you to find some sort of creative outlet. And creativity comes in different ways, okay? So maybe it'll be the way you dress. Maybe it'll be something you create. Maybe it'll be something that you draw, right? So this is a really big thing for the moon in Leo. Like they need this creative outlet. They need some sort of creative outlet, because again, they might fall into the shadow if they're not really creating, okay? They might be dreaming of ways to show other people that they care. Okay, so they love this, and they expect it in return. This is really the thing with them. Okay, they love showing people that they care. They might do like little cute creative things for them. They might do very unique things for the people that they love. Okay, if you're in their inner circle. And that's the thing, like, you know, if you have lost, you know, their trust or their love, they're going to strike out fiercely against you. Okay, so it's literally like a lion, right? If we look at like a lion, like they're going to roar. Okay, they're not going to hold back. Like there's definitely going to be something that's either going to be said, or there's either going to be something that is, you know, it's going to be expressed. This is the thing with the moon and Leo, like they don't hold back. Okay, there's no secrets, which is such a contrast to like the moon and Scorpio. With them, everything's pretty much out on the surface. Everything is there. They're very innocent. Okay, they're very innocent, like deep down. They're very innocent, even maybe borderline naive. Okay, which is interesting because even when you look at the moon and Scorpio, moon in Scorpio is almost like the opposite of that. So I could see how these two signs actually could very well be attracted to each other. It's actually, and I've noticed there's usually like this connection between Leos and Scorpios for whatever reason, but you know, when you really look at it, it's kind of like opposites attract, and it's like they kind of like fill in those gaps. So they're going to pay attention to your needs. They're going to notice things about you. Okay, they're going to write it down. Okay, they're gonna write those things down, maybe, you know, if they're that type of person, and or like just remember them in their minds. Okay, and later they'll come back to it. Let's say like they're buying you a gift, maybe like you said something a few months ago that you really like, you know, they're gonna just like try to do the most. Okay, this is really their way of showing love. They enjoy play, fun, spontaneity. Okay, so this is really them. They enjoy having fun. They enjoy being the life of the party. They find ways to do this in their everyday lives. Like they try not to get too serious, and it's nice to have these natives around, like let's say even in the workplace, because they're going to spice up the workplace. They're going to make things funny, or they're going to make jokes. They're going to like lighten the mood for everybody. Is really what it is. So they're a sign of leadership. They're here to lead others. They need control of the situation. They're organizers. Okay, so they like to have things organized. Also in the sense of like events. They're going to be the ones who are going to do the event planning. Okay, the moon in Leo, they're going to do the event planning, and they're going to be very good at it. Okay, because again, it's this need to control almost, but in the light sense. Okay, so you know, they like to have everything be a particular way. They like everything to be like let's say if they were to plan like a baby shower or party emceeing, everything would be like literally perfect. Like you'll have everything coordinated, color coordinated. Like that would be like a field for them to just like thrive in, and they're gonna like swim in this, right? Something that because they're leading, they're creating, they are like able to say I created this, right? Like something like that would be like they would live on that, right? Like they'd be so excited about that. Okay, so they have a gift for social situations. Haven't really mentioned this too much. You know, to me, it kind of goes without saying, they're very social. Okay, they're very social. Like the social meter for them doesn't really expire, and they can talk with anybody. They'll connect with anybody. They'll be able to, a lot of them are extroverted. Okay, so they'll have a lot of different friends from a lot of different friend groups. They might like move around different friend groups. They'll be able to kind of get along with anybody. Is really what it is. They're light. Okay, they're very light. The moon in Leo is just very energetically light. So yes, they have a gift for social situations, and they can bring fun and flair into any situation, as I mentioned. Okay, so some emotional needs, and this is really what's interesting here is, so they love, okay, and they have a particular need. They need to be intimate with people. Okay, so they'll find, you know, they'll always find relationships where they can be close to people and intimate with them. Okay, so the soul seeks warm affection. So here's the thing. This soul, okay, they look for a mother who is very warm and affectionate and constantly going to be recognizing and validating their child. And a lot of the time, what happens? They get the opposite of this, okay? So the biggest fear for this soul is to actually get a mother who's overly demanding and theatrical themselves, and like kind of like needs the attention all the time, like on them. So this is the biggest fear for the soul, and ironically, you know, this is what they incarnate into a lot of the time, the moon in Leo. Okay, not everybody, okay, this is not everybody, but overall, because the moon is the mother also, so, you know, there's going to be some form of mother wound there that the moon in Leo is gonna have to work through, and this is the biggest fear. This is kind of how it works. It's like the soul incarnates into its biggest fear, because that's kind of like where the biggest growth really is for the soul. So the soul expects, exactly, so they dread having, like, they call it like a queen bee type of mother, where it's like they're like constantly needing the attention, or like they have to constantly attend to the mother or something of this sort, is really their biggest fear. So some sort of ancestral inheritance, so things that could have been passed down through, you know, the family lineage, could be pride and power. So this, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to mean, even if you were raised in a family that maybe wasn't wealthy or like the elite, for example, like even if you were just like middle class or regular, there's still going to be some sort of pride within the lineage. Okay, there's going to be some sort of like, your family's going to be very recognized and very well known and very appreciated, right? Like there's just going to be a pride with being within this family. Like people are just going to want to love to be associated with you, is really what it is. And past lives, so this is really cool. So past lives for this sign were anything to do with like being a king, queen, dictator, again, actor or actress, right? These are the past lives, like anything that really puts you into that. That's the Leo energy, right? That's the Leo energy. You're the king, you're the queen. This is your show. This is really what it is. This is what the Leo moon craves. Okay, the moon and Leo, they crave this. And the thing is, it's going to end up being fulfilled one way or another. Either you do it in the light side, or you're going to do it in the shadow side, which is interesting that they even have dictator here, because the thing is, the moon and Leo needs that recognition. Okay, so it's about finding an outlet for this recognition, whether it is, again, in the light side. If it's not in the light side, you're gonna fall into the shadow, and you're gonna find a shadow way to express this. Okay, so something to keep in mind. So one final thing I'm gonna leave with you guys is, you know, the Leo is the happiest on the stage. Okay, if there's anything that, you know, there's a takeaway here, it's the Leo, the moon in Leo is the happiest when they're on a stage. Okay, and if there's no stage, they'll create it. Okay, so either this is in the light, they'll create the stage for themselves, right? Or it'll go in the shadow, where they're still getting some sort of attention or recognition. All right, my dear friends, so I'm gonna wrap up the video there. I do hope that you guys did enjoy it. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and have a beautiful rest of your day.